Peaceful Warrior Yoga, and we're going to have a look at this upper torso region today. Back, sides, chest, shoulders, takes in that area. So let's think from the joints, elbow to shoulders to neck, and also down towards the shoulder blades and into the hips. And I think we'll do this by starting on the back today. So we'll do a centering on the back. And the reason I want to come on to the back is so you can get in touch with two very important bones called the scapula, or scapulae. So the shoulder blades. Just snuggle the shoulder blades in, arch the back a little bit, and drop the hands beside you, palm up. And start to feel, as you arch the back, the shoulder blades press into your mat. Pull your shoulders back. And gently open the chest. Stand the feet on the mat, knees together, and then relax the low back, relax the arch. Let the shoulder blades soften. And feel this neutrality in the back. And then coming into the rectangular breath, 5-3, 5-3. Inhale for a count of 5. Hold the breath for 3. Exhale for a count of 5. Hold the breath out for a count of 3. So inhale 5. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. Continue until you get the knack of the 5-3, 5-3 breath. And bring your attention to those breath retentions. Notice as you hold the breath in, the chest opens, the scapula squeeze, the back arches. As you hold the breath out, the abdominals squeeze, the back flattens, the scapula relax. 5 more breaths of awareness. And practice focusing your mind on the breath, on the sensations, particularly when you hold the breath in and when you hold the breath out. Now continue with that 5 breath sequence, bringing the knees a little wider apart, feet hip width distance apart. And as you inhale, start to lift the hips up off the ground into a bridge pose and hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come down on the count of 5, very slowly bringing the vertebrae down 1 vertebra at a time until the pelvis rests on the ground. Then hold the breath out, squeeze the buttocks, tuck the tailbone for a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold out. 3 more breaths like that. Holding the 5-3 sequence, but adding the movement of the bridge, activating the low back, the glutes, the hamstrings, but also feeling it in the upper back and the chest. One more, lift and lower. And then bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, into butterfly pose. And we're going to do the same bridge except on the edges of the feet. So inhale, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3. Lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold out for 1, 2, 3. So continue 5-3, 5-3. Bridge in butterfly. So we're just opening up the chest gradually today in these different ways. The next time you come down, pause and relax. Stand the feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift up, bridge, and this time lifting the right foot into the air, drive the heel to the sky, and lift both arms over the head. So opening up the chest vertically through the shoulder movement. Lower the foot, bring the arms back, and lower the spine. Hold the breath out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold up, lift up. Arms over the head. Bend the knee, drop the foot, bring the arms back and lower. 3, 4, 5. Pick both knees up and hug both knees in towards the ribs, bringing the head towards the knees. And grab the feet into happy baby. Lowering the head, gently massage out the back. You'll feel the hips opening here. You'll feel the shoulders in a new position as they hold the feet. See if you can rock all the way to one side, preferably where you can see me, still holding the feet. And start to extend the bottom leg out. So you're starting to stretch the bottom leg. You might have to hold onto the toes here. Stretch out as much as you can, that bottom leg. And as you do that, imagine you've created a bow and arrow where the leg is the arrow. Your hand is holding the bow, and your left foot, your left hand is the string. Pull the string back. Pull the string back. Now identify what's happening in the shoulder blades here. Right shoulder blade coming away from the spine. Left shoulder blade coming back towards the spine. Getting a massive stretch in the hamstring here. Slowly come back up, happy baby. Whoo! Rock from side to side. And we'll try that on the other side. Take your time as you come over to the other side. Set up your bow and arrow. The arrow straightens, the bottom leg straightens. Grab hold of the toes if you need to, and then pull back your string. And then slowly come back into happy baby. And bring the soles of the feet together. Wrap the fingers, clamp the fingers around the soles of the feet, around the pinky toe side. If you can't reach, use a strap around the feet. Now open the knees out nice and wide. And for now, just keep the head down. Start to push the feet into the hands so you feel the shoulders coming away from the neck, from the ears, using the strength of the legs. So teaching the shoulder blades to drop down towards the hips as you push. And on the count of 3, slowly lift the head up and try to kiss the feet. So different sense in the shoulders. Slowly lower, hold the feet. Push the feet into the hands, releasing the shoulders through the strength of the legs. Open the knees more. Slowly lift up, bend the elbows, try to kiss the feet, feet towards the head, head towards the feet. And then slowly release the feet to the ground. And take both hands above the heart into a diamond shape. So the index fingers tips touch, the thumb tips touch. Inhale, lift the hips up and take that same shape, palm down on the mat underneath your buttocks. So you're creating a diamond shape underneath your buttocks, and then sit on that diamond shape. Lengthen out both legs. And bring the elbows in as close to the body as you can. And push down on the elbows and the forearms so you arch the back and the back of the head drops towards the mat. Chin points to the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulders back, arch the back, point the toes. Come into fish pose, Matsyendrasana. Really feel this opening up the chest and the shoulders. 5-3 breath if you can. 5-3, 5-3. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. One more. Keep lifting up. Keep arching. Now to come out of this, slowly ease back to the mat. Bend the knees. Lift the hips. Remove the hands and simply shake the hands out above your heart. Lengthen the legs. Extend the arms to the ceiling and twinkle your fingers. Open and close your fists. And then lower the left arm to the mat, beside the shoulder, 90 degrees. Stand the left foot on the right thigh. Lift the right arm over the head so you create an L shape with the arms. Now push the left foot down onto the leg and roll onto your right hip away from the extended left arm. And the right hand's going to grab that knee and start to gently pull down on the knee. Oh. Keep that left shoulder out, really stretching out through that left shoulder. Gently turn the head, just the head, from side to side as you luxuriate through that lumbar twist, emanating or culminating in that left shoulder. Make sure your neck and head feel comfortable wherever they are. And then slowly release the twist. Extend the right arm out to the side, body palm down, left arm over the head. Whoa. Stand right foot onto left thigh and push down onto that left thigh. Push down a little more and lift the hips up and roll onto the left hip. And the left hand is going to pull the right knee down. Oh. So getting a deep stretch through the left shoulder, left chest, right chest, sorry. Turn the head a few times. And find a head position that just feels good. And then slowly come back. Lift up both knees and have the shins approximately parallel to the ground and feet vertical to the ground. And to start with, we'll bring both hands out to the side as you sway from side to side. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. Once you get that rhythm going, when the knees come over to the left, the right arm's going to reach up over the head. So you feel that big stretch through the rib cage, through the right armpit, through the right tricep. And then switch. So right hand comes down, knees to neutral, knees to the right, and the left arm is going to go back, creating that big full stretch. And now we'll do that in rhythm and sequence with the breath. Inhaling back to neutral, exhaling as you rotate and reach. Remember, the reaching arm will be opposite to the side you twist. Keep going. And if you haven't already started turning the head, turn the head towards the extended arm each time as the knees come over. Continue this same movement, except the feet come onto the ground. So your windshield wipering still side to side, but the feet are now on the ground. And the feet are approximately mat width distance apart. But let's experiment here. Let's bring the feet together and do that. Notice the small change in the feelings that creates. And then the feet modestly hip width distance apart. So each time we change the separation of the feet, we make changes in the feeling. I like the wider stance myself. Now the next time the knees come over to the right, pause and hold that sensation. Take a deep breath in and lift the torso up and reach down with that extended hand and grab the top ankle and bring it back behind you. Push the hips forward, squeeze the top shoulder blades. So you're coming into a quadricep stretch. Now see if you can change feet. Grab the bottom foot and pull with that same hand. Extend the top leg. Keep bringing that top shoulder back. Remember, we're trying to open the shoulder, the deltoid, and also into the chest there. So we're really arching the back here. Now we'll play around with this. Bend the top leg, hook the top foot over the bottom foot, and pull on the top foot again. So you're stretching both quadriceps as the feet are hooked using the same arm. We haven't changed sides yet. Keep bringing that top shoulder back. And then slowly release the feet to the mat. Windshield wipering just the knees, just the knees. And this time when the knees come over to the left side, the opposite side, reach the right arm over the hip. Ooh, oh. Lift the torso and grab the top foot and pull it back behind you, bringing the right shoulder back. Now, if this is too much holding your head up, put a block under the head. You can always rest your head on a block. So while we're stretching the quadricep, we're also opening the deltoid and the chest on that other side, top side. See if you can swap feet. So you grab the bottom foot, pull it back, and straighten the top leg. Keep working that top shoulder back. So we're activating the scapula. We're bringing the scapula back. We'll stretch out the scapula more later. And then that bending both knees, hook the top foot over the bottom foot, grab the top foot, and you're pulling back both feet with one hand. That's it. Work the shoulder blade back so you're working from the shoulder blade, it's going to strengthen your grip strength here in the wrist, but not because you're pulling from the arm, you're pulling from the shoulder. And then slowly release, standing the feet on the mat once again. Windshield wipering the knees from side to side. Adding the opposite arm reach. So we're keeping plenty of lubrication in the shoulders here. Turning the head towards the extended arm. And then pause. Reach the right hand to the sky. And drop the palm towards the left side, like you're reaching for something over the left shoulder. Palm faces down towards the floor. So not overhead, but out to the left of your body. So you feel the right scapula come away from the spine. Now hook the left elbow under the right elbow. Grab hold of your right shoulder with that left hand and squeeze. Squeeze that reaching hand in towards the chest. Keep the elbows locked as you bring the hands together into eagle arms. Pick up both knees from the floor. Exhale, crunching eagle arms, elbows towards knees, knees towards elbows. Now slowly extend the legs out, holding them off the floor, point the toes, and reach eagle arms over your head. So you're in a kind of hollow rock position here in eagle arms. Exhale, crunch, knees and elbows together. So working the scapula in a whole different way here, stretching them apart. And then hollow rock eagle, extend so your torso stays off the ground the whole time. This is a big, strong core workout. Exhale, crunch. One more. Extend for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, drop the feet to the floor, lower the head and release the arms slowly. Palms beside you. And then windshield wiper again, side to side with the knees. Opposite arm reaches overhead. Head turns towards extended arm. So freeing up all those muscles in the ribs that tend to tighten the shoulders as well. Come to neutral. And this time the left hand comes over the chest towards, facing down towards the ground. Lock elbows and squeeze that arm in towards the chest. I have an injured shoulder, so I'm going to use strap to hand here. And as you lock elbows, hand to hand or hand to strap. I'm using hand to strap on this side. Pick up the knees. Exhale, crunch. Knees to elbows. Drop the chin towards the chest. And then hollow rock out. Extend the legs out. Keep them off the ground. Keep the torso off the ground, the shoulder blades off the ground as you reach your eagle arms above your head. Big core workout. And we'll do that 3 more times. Crunch. Extend. Crunch. Extend. Should be feeling this in the lower abdominals. Crunch. And extend. Bend the knees, come down slowly, release. And let your windshield wipering knees and opposite shoulder. Get the kinks out. Oh. And the next time the knees come to the right, curl up into a little ball. Really release the low back here, dropping the chin. Nice tight fetal pose. Shoulder blades apart. And then gracefully come up onto all fours. Let's do a little cat and cow here. And then lift the right arm to the sky and thread the needle. Bring the shoulder down to the ground. Lift up to the sky. Now this time, keep the grounded hand, that left hand, keep the arm straight and thread the needle hovering above the mat. Elbow to elbow, looking over towards that left side. Up, reach, drop the shoulder, come all the way down. Then up and hovering threaded needle. Then up and shoulder down threaded needle. Drag the left hand back towards your extended arm. Lean into the right side, right knee, right shoulder, and extend the left leg. So that right scapula really opening up. You can lift the left foot just to play with some distractions here as that right shoulder blade comes away from the spine. You can lift the hand into a balance if you wish. You can bend the left knee and capture the foot and come into a nice quadricep stretch. And when you're ready to release, make your way gracefully back to child pose. Bringing both hands behind onto the feet. Grip the heels of the feet as you lift the hips up. And then gracefully make your way to all fours once again. And start with cat and cow. And this time lifting the left arm to the sky, thread the needle. And my left shoulder is a whole different ball game, so I won't be lifting as high as you are. Now the next time you lift up, keep the right arm straight as you thread hovering needle. And alternate between those two threaded needles, grounded, and hovering. And the next time you come to grounded needle, pause and push the weight onto the left knee, left shoulder, left back of the head. And you can play with all the things you want to play with here, whether it's balance, with one or two limbs lifted, you can add your quad stretch if you want. Now remember, we're doing all this in the service of the scapula. You can do a little tumble there. And make your way gently back to child when you're ready. Feet and hands connect. And then lift the hips up. So this is really dropping the scapula back down the spine. And slowly make your way up onto your shins and sit back onto your heels. Whew. Come on to all fours, curl the toes, push back into downward dog. Let's walk the dog out, just pushing one heel down and then the other. And then slowly walk the hands back to the feet. So you're standing at the back of your mat. Forward fold. Grip the opposite elbows and dangle. Walk the hands up the shins and legs. Come up, uncurling the spine gradually. Step the right foot forward, bend the knee, and lean that right elbow on that right thigh. Nice, just a comfortable stance. Dangle the left hand towards the floor and imagine it's just a big boneless trunk, and you're going to start to rotate it. So the shoulder blade, the scapula, is completely free just to feel this motion of the dangled arm. Slow the rotation down and rotate the other direction. Slow it down and slowly come up and bring the feet back together. Palms forward. And in that soft mountain pose, bring your attention to the left scapula and then the right scapula. Just notice if that dangling trunk altered the sensations in the shoulder blades. Let's try the other way. So step out and we'll dangle the other trunk. Start the rotations. Slowing the circle down, preparing to rotate the opposite direction. It's a great way to let go of tension in the shoulder blades. Slowing it down, coming up And stepping the feet back together, coming to a soft mountain pose. Drop the right hand against the thigh, left hand reaches to the sky. Push the right hip out as you squeeze the buttocks and lean and tilt to that opposite side, that left side. Slowly come up and we'll change sides. As you push the hip out, squeeze the buttocks. Let the head come down towards the shoulder, the bottom arm, the bottom shoulder relaxing. Inhale, come up. Bring both arms up. Clasp the fingers, interlock the fingers, cross the thumbs, pointer fingers up. Now as you push the left hip out, lean to the right. Feel your half moon pose here. Really hitting the shoulders in a different way. Come up. Lengthen. And then opposite side. Inhale, come up and release. Soft mountain pose. And grab 2 blocks. Come into soft mountain pose, feet hip width distance apart, and have the blocks on their lowest setting on the outside, on the pinky toe side of each foot. And you're standing in between them. So the block is alongside the foot. And we'll just do some gentle high knee lifts in spot, marching on the spot. And then keep up the high knee lifts, but cross over and tap the opposite block. So the left foot taps right block, and then come, and then right foot taps left block. So you cross over. You get that internal rotation of the hip. And the next time the right foot lands on the left block, pause and sink down a little bit here. So you're sinking in and you're trying to find balance on the grounded foot. The foot on the block is just simply a reference point. It could even wrap behind the leg into twisted root, but you can always drop it back to the block if that's too much. And then take the arms out to the side. We're going to come into eagle here. So left elbow under right. Bring the hands together if they can reach. Use a strap otherwise. So big shoulder blade release here in eagle. Exhale, gently release. Soft mountain. Walk on the spot, and then tap opposite block. And then this time when that left foot comes onto the right block, sink, so you take the weight into the standing foot. You can wrap into twisted root if that works, otherwise keep your toes on the block. And this time bringing the opposite elbow underneath. Nice tight squeeze, really focus on the shoulders and the shoulder blade release here. Also that's compressing the chest, tightening, strengthening the chest. For 3, 2, slowly release, soft mountain. Sweep the arms above, exhale, dangle forward, fold the arms and dangle, folded arm dangle. Slowly make your way down to the ground, onto your back. Knees together, feet apart. Five, 3, 5, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. Push the low back into the mat. As you do that, tuck the tailbone. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. And continue. Continue that. Extend the left leg, right foot against the left thigh into tree pose. So feel what that feels like in tree pose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. Try that once more in tree pose on this side. And then swap the legs and continue 5, 3, 5, 3. On the next exhale, let go of every technique, whether it's postural or breath. Let go of efforting and come into Shavasana. The only efforting is to notice where you're tense and inviting that area of the body to soften. Stay in Shavasana as long as you like. You can try this transition if you like by bending both knees. Clasping hands behind the head. And then picking the head up and wrapping the arms around the skull. Gently pick the knees up, crunched into a little ball on the back. Rolling to one side, cradle the head. And before we come up, just notice the shoulder blades, how they feel. And keeping that gentle feeling in the shoulder blades, transition seamlessly upwards to a seated position. Whatever seat you like. And see if you can keep your focus on the shoulder blades the whole time. It's almost like they're delicate and you just simply don't want to jar them. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you.